everyone, and welcome to a Christmas in Coloritaville, and of course, Color with Donna. And this is Donna, and today I'm going to be coloring the Christmas lights picture from our Merry Christmas Designs coloring book, Creative Haven, and I am absolutely loving this coloring book, guys. Absolutely. I do have my Tierra Sakura gel pens as well as my Posca glitter gel pens, and I've got those here with me. I'm going to be using those a good bit. I'll probably go in here and add like some regular marker or something just to like the bulb part here. I don't know. We'll see. And we'll see how it all plays out. But, you know, Christmas lights are supposed to shine. So to shine, they need to be glittery, right? Well, that's what I think. So anyway, hello everyone, and I'm so glad you're here. I will tell you a little bit about what the picture says as we get started. I need to find my pen that I'm going to work with though first, because I absolutely can't concentrate on two things at one time. But it says Christmas lights were sold commercially for the first time in 1903. I don't know if that's in the United States or other places. I don't know. That's what it says. For $2.09 a string. Quite an extravagance. Yeah, I am pretty much assuming that in 1903, $2.90 was like expensive. Okay. It says the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree was first up in 1933. That's cool. Century, does that say century? No, it says currently. The tree in Rockefeller Center is lit with 30,000 lights. Now, I'm hoping they still put the tree up in Rockefeller Center. This book is from 2015, I think. So it's about a 5-year-old book, but yeah. Measuring 5 miles in length. Can you believe that? 30,000 lights. Those strings go 5 miles, people. That's insane. So, yeah. That's pretty crazy, right? Pretty crazy. So, even over my lifetime, I have saw Christmas lights truly develop, I guess, evolve. I guess you could say. When I was a really small child, there were still a lot of lights out there that did look just like the lights I'm coloring today. They were bigger bulbs, and they had a tendency to get super hot. And if you mix super hot with dried Christmas trees, you can get kapoof, a major fire. So I'm sure there in the past, we still get Christmas tree fires like today. I can only assume in the past they were much more of a big deal than they even are today. But yeah, so I think over time they really started trying to develop better lighting for our Christmas trees, and along came the much smaller lights that did burn a little cooler, but those suckers still got kind of hot. By the time I was a really small child, most of the lights that were like these that are shown in this image were more outside lights, and the inside tree lights were a much smaller and cooler type lights. But what did they have when you guys were a lot smaller and younger? What kind of lights did you see in your homes at that time? You know, I can only speak on myself, and I know it kind of went along with where you were in the world, and also not only where you were in the world, but even I think even maybe within the United States, just regionally, things are different. And that's what I'm coming to realize about a lot of things is things are just different all over the world at different points and different times in history. What may be going on in one part of the world or even in one part of the United States may be totally different in another part of the world or another part of the United States. So Christmas has always been an extremely fascinating time of year for me. I have always loved Christmas, had a deep love for Christmas. And I know that you guys will hear me talk about during this color along how I do understand that Christmas and Christianity do not necessarily go hand in hand. And I was raised a Christian from the moment of my birth, but that, like I have said many times in my videos, does not, and you'll hear it more and more as the month goes along, it doesn't necessarily mean that I believe that Christmas is Christian. And I hope I don't lose bunches of subscribers over that, because trust me, I know I love my mother with all my heart. Um, there's nothing really in the world truly more special than my mother, and my dad too. But my mom would tell you in a heartbeat, a few years ago when the whole political correct thing started, and it wasn't necessarily politically correct anymore to say Merry Christmas. What you were kind of asked to do was to say Happy Holidays. My mom was the first one on the bandwagon that said, yeah, no. Yeah, no. Um, it's not Merry Christmas, it's not Happy Holidays, it's Merry Christmas. And don't take Christ out of Christmas, and Xmas should never be written. It should be written out Christmas. So I don't know, guys. I'm telling you, I've done a lot of studying as an adult, and that's simply because I am so stinking curious by nature. I don't just necessarily just take something and believe it and run with it. That's just never been my thing. It's just not something I do. And so being like that has made me really dig deep into different topics and different things. And I am not down in Christmas or Christianity because, like I said, I am a Christian through and through. But, but I do know that the origins of Christianity or Christmas is not rooted in Christianity. I also know that saying Xmas is not necessarily insulting Jesus, because the X could be considered as Christ also in ancient text, Greek text, and things like that. So, yeah. So, I'm just not that person. If someone says Happy Holidays to me, if I want to say Merry Christmas back, darn it, I say Merry Christmas back. Sometimes I'll just simply respond back with Happy Holidays because I'm okay with that. It doesn't insult me in the least. I know some people it does, but I'm not the one. So I don't know. Some people, I guess, might want to call me a progressive Christian. I don't feel that I am a progressive Christian. I feel that I am just a Christian, plain and simple. I don't really agree with what's considered progressive Christianity necessarily either. So I am what I am. I am me. I have my own personal beliefs, and I believe that is very important. And the only reason I kind of bring that even up is because we are in the Christmas season, and there are so many different people in this world with different beliefs that celebrate this holiday. And I know that there are some Christians in the world that do not celebrate this holiday. I know Jehovah's Witness do not at all. And I don't know. I mean, I think I am on a journey of discovery for myself and how I feel about the Christmas season. But I will say that I absolutely love elves and I love Santa and I don't want to give it up. So Christmas will probably go on in our hearts and minds forever in this family, simply because, oh, yeah, because that's me. So, okay, so at this point, I am just kind of throwing every daggum jelly roll that I have in the set down. So for those of you who were interested in seeing the colors from the tiara set, this is going to be the video for you, because it looks like that's what's happening. I think I may just do that. And I don't know. I'm going to end up with an odd count at the end of this. I always seem to, but that's okay. It was fun to do it. And I'm telling you, I like to try out new things. And I'm digging gel pens and paint pens and all that kind of stuff at the moment. So that's what I decided to use. And of course I do. I think that Christmas lights are supposed to be shiny and bright, and that's what I'm doing with them. Okay. So I am laying them out in order on the other side of my desk as I pull these out, and that is quite simply so it's easier for me to, when I go to grab these back up, so I kind of know what order I've laid them down in. So I think that's important. So yes, I would really love it if you guys were to tell me throughout the month, whenever you feel comfortable, what your family's beliefs are as far as Christmas, what traditions you have, what they mean to you. Because truly, I'm going to be honest with you guys, I have a subscription to Curiosity Stream, and that is simply because I am by nature so curious. Some people would call that nosy. That is a Southern trait. But I like just to think of myself as curious, because nosy sounds horrible. But that's me. So yeah, I mean, I'm always interested in what people believe and how they celebrate and why they celebrate and all of those type of things. So it just seems that Christmas and Easter and holidays like that, there is such a long, rich history behind all of those that I find myself just really going down the rabbit hole when it comes to trying to figure out what I think and feel about those things. And I've just never been the type of person that says, well, my mama said, so that's the way it is. I love my mama. God knows I do. But, mama said, and that made me say, well, why does mama say? And start to try to figure it out on my own. So it's led to a lot of study and things over time to get to where I am today. So, yeah, just curious to what other people think and feel about different things. So, yeah, Christmas lights are pretty cool. I love Christmas lights. And I'm going to be honest, when I was growing up, my mom always did these really cool multicolored lights on the tree. It was so mesmerizing to me as a child to wake up and, or every night even when we would turn the lights on onto the tree to watch these lights. And oh my goodness, it was awesome. But I admit, as I grew older, I started to fall in love with white Christmas lights on my tree. It, to me, it just seemed cold and Christmassy and snowy and icy and those type of things. I hope I didn't destroy my children's Christmas by too much. But once I became an adult and I started to see these white lights and find such appreciation for the white lights on the Christmas tree, my lights did go more white. Most of the years growing up, the lights were white. Ooh, what color is this? Because I don't think I want to use it. It's like a deep gray. Ooh. Yep. I think it's about time to start over in colors because I don't want to put a deep gray in my lights. You guys want a deep gray in the lights? I don't think so. Don't think so. All right, so let's start back over with red. Hopefully that'll cover up okay by the time that dries and I get back over there. So yeah, I did. I always put like white lights on the tree as an adult, and I have pretty much continued with that to this day. However, when it comes to actually decorating the tree, I like all kinds of cool, bright stuff. It doesn't have to match. I know a lot of people will do their trees and they'll have like color themes and things like that for their trees. I don't necessarily follow that kind of thing. There has been a couple years in history of my history that I thought, okay, well, this is what I want to go with this year. And I did kind of stick to that. My ex-husband was in the army, and he was actually deployed to Iraq during Christmas time, and we did have a red, white, and blue tree that year, as well as it was trimmed with yellow ribbons, bows, and things. So yeah, I did do that, but mostly year to year, it's just whatever Christmas ornaments I have collected over time that I really love and I really enjoy. They get displayed on my tree. You know, I like that to be all kinds of colors, mix and match, Mod Podge, however you want to say it. But I have pretty well kept to the tradition of white lights on my tree since I've become an adult. I don't know. Somewhere along the way, I saw that and I thought it was absolutely gorgeous. And I just kind of stuck with it as an adult. Looking back now, I do kind of realize that I hope it didn't hurt the magic of Christmas for any of my kids, because I do know how much I loved those beautiful, sparkly, colorful lights when I was a little kid. But oh well. I hope it didn't ruin it for them too bad. I think what may have ruined it more than anything is being the OCD person that I am. When it came time to decorate the tree, the kids would be like, Mommy, Mommy, I want to help. And it's like, sure, 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 you can help. But it ended up being a situation of saying, okay, yeah, no, that's not going to work right there, and moving things around. So I do feel bad about that. You know, looking back, I was probably a terrible mom. Michael, Jordan, I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, Mo. CD bled into your Christmas. But you know, I'm going to be honest. My mom didn't let me do much of the decorating of the tree either. It was more of a situation of I got to go through the ornaments and hand them to her as she put them on the tree. So maybe that just kind of bled over a little bit. But I always loved the decorations we had as a kid, and you can't find those kind anymore. You know, like wooden rocking horses and all these really neat, like Santas and Mrs. Claus. And I mean, I don't know how to explain it other than they almost looked like claymation cartoons in themselves, but they're very, I guess, considered vintage ornaments now. And you just can't find anything in the store like that anymore. And it's kind of like, bleh. I've looked for stuff like that for years and not been able to find any. Unfortunately, my parents really don't put up trees anymore. And well, they do. They put up a very, it's like a small Christmas tree, like the 1.5 foot Christmas trees that myself and the kids bought for them many years ago when they decided that they really didn't want to be hauling out trees and things. And I thought that all the decorations would be there for me, and but apparently there was one point where we went out and cleaned out their trailer shed type thing that held everything, and somehow or another it appears that their Christmas stuff got tossed. I was absolutely brokenhearted because I had said, hey, can I have all my childhood ornaments? And they're like, yeah, sure, of course you can. And I went to where they should have been, and they weren't there. All gone. All right, give me a minute, guys. I'm still recovering from this crap, and I just need to get a drink and kind of cough a little bit. Okay, thank you guys so much. So, yeah, I was really brokenhearted because I would have loved to have had all of that. We had this one Christmas ornament when I was a kid that I loved so much. We had a cat too growing up, okay? His name was Bozio. I think he was named after like Bozo the Clown, maybe. I'm not really sure. But he was really cool. Black long haired cat. Well, black and white long haired cat. Really cool cat. And I had him since I was about 5, I guess. But anyway, my parents had found this Christmas ornament and it like hung up in the tree, but it plugged in to the wall itself. Okay, so it was like a Christmas ornament that had a really long cord that plugs into a wall. And this thing would like let off and start making all kinds of crazy bird chirps and things like that from inside the tree. My kitty cat, oh, my goodness, at the looks that cat would give that tree when that thing would take off making all these crazy noises and stuff. So yeah, that was another ornament that I really, really adored as a kid. I did. And then we had this other thing. It didn't go on the tree. It just kind of like sat on a mantle or desk or, whatever. And it was a big Santa head. And when you twisted the bottom, it had like a music box type thing attached. And you would like twist the bottom and it would play a Christmas tune. And of course, it would like turn around and around and around and around when it did it. And that was like one of my favorite Christmas decorations growing up. I really loved it. It was so nice. I miss that too. So, were there like any really cool Christmas decorations that you guys had growing up that you miss as an adult and things like that? Be sure to tell me about them because, I'm always interested in that kind of stuff. With Christmas being my favorite holiday and all of that. I don't know. I just love hearing about that. And I love hearing people tell stories about things that have happened through their lifetime and things like that. Another thing, too, that I really wish I could find now as an adult is like the outside decorations. Yeah, let me tell you, my parents had Frosty the Snowman and Santa Claus. I don't know if they really ever had anything other than Frosty and Santa, but they were like the plastic blown type ornaments or whatever that were really cool, and they sat out in the yard and they plugged in and they just lit up, and they were just like this harder plastic stuff. Really cool. Today we have these blow up lights, and I don't like using these blow up lights because I have lived in neighborhoods before. Probably not the neighborhood I'm in now, but still, I have lived in neighborhoods that literally I got those blow up decorations, put them out. The very next morning, somebody came along and slashed them, just slashed a hole in them. Stupid Grinches. But these old ones, this hard plastic, you couldn't slash it like that, and they were really super cool. And I still every once in a while see people that have like manger scenes and stuff like that. And I mean, I'm assuming these are just vintage ornaments because I've looked and looked and looked and looked and looked. And I think they need to come out with these things again because there are so many of us that have learned that these blow up ornaments are just not all that. And I think that we would spend a good wages to get these really nice ornaments, lawn ornaments and things again for our homes. Yeah, I know I would. So yeah, but I think the only thing my parents really ever had was like Christmas was Santa, and I think they had a Frosty. I think there was a snowman. I don't know if it was Frosty, but it was a snowman and Santa. It's pretty cool. I miss those kinds of things. And I don't know what my parents did with those over time either, or if they accidentally just ended up tossed when we went through all that storage. But it really breaks my heart that I don't have that stuff now that I'm an adult because, let's just be honest, it's really cool. I would be having a blast with it now. Okay, so you guys may or may not hear Riley and Lucy kind of scratching on the door, kind of wanting in or whatever. I've put them out for a reason. My niece is coming by to pick up some stuff from her grandmother, and I knew those dogs would go Betty if I was doing a color and chat when she got here. So I just went ahead and put them outside, and they're not real happy about it because it's pretty stinking cold outside. Pretty much the high for today was the temperature when we woke up this morning. Yep, that was pretty much our high for the day. And it's just going to go down from there. But that's okay because I'm telling you, it stayed summertime here much longer than it should have. Much longer. Yep. I mean, it's like Thanksgiving Day. I think it was like 77 degrees or something like that. was pretty crazy. And a few days before Thanksgiving, it was over 80. So yeah, it's like, hello, fall, Mr. Fall. I saw a thing on Facebook one day. It's like, fall, you coming? And it's like, yep, I'm about to pull up with winter. And it's like, yeah, no joke. We did kind of skip it. It looks like we're just going to skip totally over fall and move right on into winter. I had to go out today because I had to go to the doctor and stuff. And I kid you not, it was like, it looked like snow outside. I mean, I know there wasn't any precipitation called for today, but it was snowy looking out there. Just all dark and cloudy and all that kind of stuff. And it was getting cold and the wind was whipping. I'm just about over it, let me tell you. And it hasn't even got good and started yet. And I don't mind. Give me cold, give me hot, give me something. But let's stop this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, because my allergies and my sinuses and everything else can't decide what to do. And it's just insane. So that's the part that drives me crazy the most. It's just the indecision of the weather. I can deal with cold and I can deal with hot, but it's just waking up in the morning and not knowing, what I'm putting on today kind of thing. It's pretty crazy. I don't know. We'll see. I've been hearing that we're probably going to have a pretty mild winter. Can't say I hope not, because I don't really like super cold weather. And my dogs don't like super cold weather either. So I'm sure that, but I don't want it to be like summertime either. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so let's talk about, because I want to do this in each one of these videos, especially at the first part of the month, about the Christmas giveaways for Coloritaville Christmas. Yep, I have 13 gifts that are already wrapped and ready to go out to their new homes. But I need addresses, people. So here is what I have decided to do as far as the giveaway, because I want to make sure that people who are participating in my channel are the ones who benefit from the giveaway. So I'm not putting giveaway in any other titles or anything to my descriptions of my videos, because there's so many people out there that just search for that. So here's the deal, guys. I want you to color me a Christmas picture, and it doesn't have to be from this book, because I understand that everybody doesn't have this book. But I need it to be in some way Christmassy. And if you don't have any Christmas books, then, color me a Christmas picture in whatever you have, and, color it Christmassy. Use Christmas colors. If you don't have any coloring books and you're watching my channel on a regular, shoot, draw me a Christmas picture and color it in Christmas colors, okay? But make sure when you do that, I need you to initial your picture or sign it, whichever you choose, basically as a stamp of ownership. And I need you to put hashtag Coloritaville Christmas on the picture. And then I need you to go down into the description of any of my videos, find my email address, which is there, and shoot me an email, send me a digital copy of that picture. And by doing so, you are agreeing that I can use that in a video at the end of the month here on the channel. Just like the video I just put up for the month of November, I'm going to show everybody's pictures just like I did my buddy colors. So I'll be doing that. And when you send me the email, make sure in the body of the email that you include your name and mailing address, because those are going to be the people who I pick from to send the 13 packages out to. This is going to be US only as far as the big packages, and that's simply because honestly I can't afford to ship these packages overseas. But for my overseas people, please do go ahead and put your addresses down there, because the truth of the matter is, as I am trying desperately to come up with something that I can do for you guys, So that way I'll have it in case I have that epiphany moment and figure it all out. I'll already have these addresses also. If you own, if you own, if you have a YouTube, a color tube channel, you can can still send me your pictures and your address, and you will not be in any way disqualified because of your ownership of a channel. I know in some giveaways people say no, but this giveaway is about giving back to my subscribers. And yes, so I really want everyone to be able to participate in that. And I really, really am looking forward to sending all of these things out. So make sure you follow those directions and get your entries into me. I'll be making a video. I do intend to finish this coloring book this Christmas season. And I'm going to be making a video either that will be live either on the 24th, which is Christmas Eve, or the 25th, Christmas Day, which is a flip through of the finished coloring book, like the whole thing. And in that video, that is the video that I will be attaching everybody's pictures that I have received up until that point on to. So make sure you do that. And I'm going to be honest, the quicker you get your entries into me, the better chance you have of getting one of the 13 packages, because I would like to be able to get these all out in the mail so that they are delivered. So you have Christmas gifts from Coloritaville on Christmas Day. I think that that would be awesome. And that is like my goal, is to have those out to you guys for Christmas Day. So, yep, the quicker you guys can get those pictures into me, the better. Otherwise, you may not get gifts or anything from me until after Christmas. And I'm telling you, I've spent some time trying to do some special stuff with these, so they would be kind of special for you guys, because you guys mean like the world to me, and I want you guys to know that. I really do. The channel turned 2 years old in November. I know I was away for a little while, so yeah, that's why I didn't really make a big deal, because there was several months that I really wasn't making any videos. So I didn't make a big deal out of the 2-year mark. But it is Christmas time, and it's time to say thank you, because the channel would not be what it is without those of you who watch faithfully and comment and hit that like button and all of that. And I know the people probably who are commenting are the ones who are hitting that like button, so that does not go unnoticed. A little tidbit. I know Anne touched base on this, and I kind of was like, oh, I'm so glad you said it, because now you like let the cat out of the bag, so I don't feel bad to say it on my channel too. But you know what she basically said is, those of you who comment and participate, we get to know your names. You know, if every video we put up, your name's popping up, then we get to know your name. And when it comes time for different contests, no, there are some contests where I do completely random drawings. I go to random.org, things like that. But when it's kind of a situation of do this and this and this to participate, and we kind of look back, we do honestly remember these names. And the people whose names we remember, those are the ones that really do have a little better chance than people who we've never seen their name before. Because if we've never seen your name before, we don't know. You may be just showing up for a giveaway. And that's what we're kind of trying to avoid, because we want our giveaways to go to people who we know are participating in our channel. So if we know your name, the chances are just better. They're just better. It's just true. And when Anne said that, I was so happy. I mean, thank you, Anne. Thank you for saying that, because it just gave me, I kid you not, I was like, it was like just a breath of fresh air that somebody finally just threw it out there for what it was, because that is what it is. You know, I'm telling you, because you don't want to spend your money, hard-earned money on our end too. You know what I mean? We don't want to use that to send something to someone who just wanted to enter a giveaway. And as soon as they receive what they get from us, we're never going to see them again, ever. They're poof gone. So I think as channel owners, we tend to think of ways to make sure that that has a less chance of happening. And I know several people will say, like, subscribe, share. And I mean, that may help as far as getting like your subscriber count up. But what I am finding to be so true with YouTube is your subscriber count is not as important as your people who are participating in the channel. You could have 200 subscribers, and if those 200 subscribers are sharing your videos across social media and they are liking every time they see a video, they're hitting the like button and they're commenting on every video, and then you've got somebody who has 200,000 subscribers and nobody ever comments, nobody ever hits like, there's no engagement whatsoever, that person with 200 subscribers is going to do better. So yeah, by having contests and saying like, subscribe, share, that's great. But the truth of the matter is, if I'm somebody just kind of cruising the internet looking for giveaways, and it's like, subscribe, share, I can hit like, I can hit subscribe, and I can share it out. And as soon as your giveaway's over, I can hit unsubscribe and I'm done. I'm never back again. And that happens with so many people. Do you guys know, this blew my mind. This just blows my mind. Did you know that there are people out there who do not have jobs, their husbands do not have jobs, or whatever. They're jobless. They have no income. And do you know what they do? They sit around and enter contests all day. That's all they do. They listen on the radio or anywhere else, and they just enter contests, and they hope that they can make a living that way. So I'm going to be honest. Those are the people that I want to avoid on my channel. I don't want to reward those type of people, because they're not really here for me. They're not participating in the channel, and they're just looking for free stuff. And so I'm always trying to come out. And that's why I don't do a whole lot of giveaways, is because I try to figure out a way to avoid that. And I thought that, throughout the year, I've had people who have sent me things that they wanted me to go through, and if I didn't use it for giveaways and things like that. And that's what I'm doing. And, I've kind of let that stack up over the year, and those things are going right back out as giveaways. I think yesterday I got everything wrapped up, and there are 2 packages with only 1 book, but those packages contain very good books. Okay, I'll leave it at that. And they have an art supply included. The other packages, there's one with an art supply, also an art supply, and 3 or 4 books attached. And all the rest have 3 or more books in each gift. So that gives you an idea. I'm not just shipping 1 coloring book. It's not that kind of thing. So yeah. So it's 13 what I believe are really nice gifts for people. So I hope they're enjoyed by my subscribers and things like that, because I'm super excited about it. And I hope you guys are too. And I hope that you feel that the gifts were well thought out and something that you guys will enjoy in the upcoming year, because I definitely tried. That's what I tried to go for sure. All right, guys. So look at our pretty lights. Aren't they pretty? I might go back in and maybe take this dark green and the really, really thin point and just kind of go over like the insides of these lights kind of thing. But other than that, this is done. This gives you a definite look at the tiara Gel pens, that's all the gel pens minus the darker gray one. It wasn't in there, but all the others are there and accounted for. So it gives you a look at those. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please, like I said, give it a big thumbs up and comment. For sure. Comment. Leave me a comment. Go ahead. Tell me what you think. All right, guys. So thanks so much. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you beyond measure. Beyond measure. And until next time, guys, peace, love, happy coloring, and Merry Christmas from Coloritaville. Love you. See you in the next video.